With the crisis in Ukraine coming to a boil, the USA has several concerns regarding its involvement in the issue. The foreign policy that the government decides to use in this issue may have serious implications on our relation with Russia and with the global community. What is at stake? What are the consequences? What will we do? Good evening, America. I'm Sandanders, and this is The Defense. Tonight we have two special guests on the show who will be presenting us with important perspectives on Ukraine. Military strategist Dan Savickas joins us from the Department of Defense, and foreign policy specialist Danny Kuhn is here as well. Congress recently placed sanctions on Russia as a way of remedying the situation. Is this enough? I'll let Dan weigh in on this issue to start.
Alright, thanks, Sam. The sanctions that we have placed on Russia are not nearly enough to cripple that economy that Vladimir Putin has established. Vladimir Putin is a geopolitical chess master, and Obama is playing with him like it's a game of checkers. Russia's GDP is only about the size of Italy, yet we're playing with Russia like it's the powerhouse that it was back in the days of the Soviet Union. America appeared weak earlier on the Syrian conflict by taking no action there, and now America is appearing weak in the eyes of Russia and the eyes of the world. So in order to send a message to President Putin and to the rest of the world, we need to be strong and flex our muscles just a little bit. Maybe not necessary, but it is necessary in the long run to establish our credibility with the rest of the world and make sure that we maintain Ukraine and the European Union as credible trading partners.
So you think the sanctions put in place are not enough? Danny, what are your thoughts on the issue?
The sanctions put on Russia are nothing more than a slap on the wrist because they're not meant to be anything more than that. If the sanctions put on Russia were actually formidable, then Putin's retaliation would be as well. There's no need for Obama and Hagel to flex their muscles because the United States is unquestionably the greatest military power in the world. Creating more severe sanctions against Russia would only result in higher tension. If the United States were to cripple Russia's economy through sanctions, Russia might respond by lifting its trade embargo with Iran. If the United States were to intervene with military presence, there would even be the possibility of another Cold War.
The reason, though, Danny, that we have become the greatest military power in the world is because we've had a willingness to use that power and to flex our muscles throughout history. You saw it in World War I, World War II. Now, I'm not likening this situation to any greater conflict that we've had in past history, but the United States, if it appears weak, it will become weak because just having a great military is not enough if we show unwillingness to use it in very big conflicts such as this one where we're about to lose big trading partners and we've got a past enemy thinking it's much stronger than it is and enforcing its tyrannical will upon the people of innocent countries like the Ukraine.
Dan, it is true that an American military presence can help in times like these, but I ask you to remember the aftermath of World War I, when the U.S., along with the Western nations, put crippling sanctions on Germany. These sanctions destroyed Germany and resulted in the cause of World War II. If the U.S. were to do the same to Russia, there would be no doubt in my mind that there would be a second Cold War.
Well, certainly a lot of questions to be answered and issues to consider. We'll keep a close watch on how things unfold and how the government acts. Thanks for coming on the show tonight, guys.
Thanks, Sandanders.
Thank you, Sam.